Hey guys, Dr. Reza here at Artelon Pediatric Dentistry, and I wanted to give a real example of how we apply SDF in our office. And obviously I have a very cooperative patient with me today. So my helper here is maybe a little different than what you might get in the office, but I wanted to kind of have like maybe a little more of an ideal situation. So one of the first things we like to do is apply a little bit of Vaseline. We bite down for me. Good. Is like, you can close. Is we like to put a little bit of this around the lip and kind of the periphery. I know it kind of tickles. So we put a little bit around. We try to be really good with the application of the SDF, but you never know. You get squirmy kids, sometimes that happens. In our office, a lot of times we'll also use some chapstick. So this is always really, really nice. I am not the best at putting this on. So there we go. So you can use really either one, but having some kind of protection. We're gonna do just like a quick view of just as what our typical armamentarium. I have other videos of everything we use. So we have a little more than what we need, but this is a little bit of everything. If you want more information about that, you can see our other videos where we kind of talk about the materials. Okay, so we're gonna be putting our SDF on. Safety glasses that we definitely like for our patient. We should be using this for all procedures anyway, but specifically with anything that might stain. Now, we talk about this, SDF can stain anything and everything, so we really want to be careful. I'm going to take the mirror, and we always use our mirror and a spoon excavator real quick. So I have a cooperative patient, so you can put SDF without cleaning everything out in full caries excavation, but I like to make sure there's no popcorn or not a Cheeto kind of stuck in here. So we just want to make sure we have a lot of the excess food out. When we're getting to start, we have a very cooperative patient here, but sometimes you might need a little assistance. A mouth mold or a mouth prop will help. So we're going to use one of these just to make sure that we stay open. And the big thing is we want to try to isolate as much as we can. I'll take a cheek retractor. So, perfect. So there's lots of different tools. Sometimes you can't use any of this and you just got to get in there and have your amazing assistants kind of helping. But if we can, a little cheek retractor kind of to protect the cheek will sometimes help. You can also use cotton rolls to kind of hold that position. I'm actually going to use both because I have a great patient. And the other thing we'll use a lot of times is going to be some gauze. So sometimes if you can't use any of this, you just got to hold everything back with the gauze. So I'm going to take these out and demonstrate it as if that's how I would have to do it if the patient wasn't as cooperative. So sometimes I'm just holding the gauze kind of to the side. Get in there and just try to keep everything out of the way, and I'm isolating the tooth. You can put cotton rolls in there as well. When we're applying our SDF, I like to pre-bend the straw. We're going to pre-bend our micro brush, and we're going to apply it just very carefully on top of the tooth. I'm making sure in this case that I'm away from the tongue. If I didn't have as cooperative of a patient, then sometimes my assistant or somebody might have to do it as well. So I'm going to apply again. We're going to be putting it on this tooth, and immediately I can sit there and wait for it. Sometimes I'll gently kind of cover it with the gauze just to make sure it's not spreading everywhere. You'll notice that my assistant is holding the Silver Diamine Fluoride, and I'm trying not to bring it anywhere near the face. Do some varnish. Once this is sat there for about a minute, you're not always going to get a minute with some of these kids. In this case, it's great. I like to take a little bit of fluoride varnish, and I'll actually put it right on top of this, and that's actually going to kind of help seal everything in. When we're getting rid of everything, we want to be careful. I'm taking it away, and you'll notice I have a tray back here, if you like videotape this, that has plastic over it. Same thing when we're taking our mouth props and everything else that might have potential contamination. We take all of this out. It's sat there enough that I'm not as worried, but usually I would have done it a little quicker. I'll take a little piece of gauze, and can you bite down on that? And our patient will just kind of bite down on this. And now we know the SDF has been applied. We know that we're able to avoid everything else. And we've got a very cooperative patient, and we had a successful SDF treatment. For any other questions, feel free to follow us on any of our social media accounts and reach out with any questions.